Hi everyone, welcome back. So here at Core Hospitality, we focus on the pieces of the business that matter most to you. Not every place needs a rebuild. Sometimes we just need to focus on little pockets of cost of goods, or maybe it's training, or maybe it's some systems. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help facilitate that transition for you. Today we're going to talk about the number one, people. Hiring our people. Surrounding ourselves with the best people that we can have. It's hard to find good people these days. I think we all know that. 63% of QSR owners find it the most challenging thing that they can do. Between job hopping, loyalty, on average, everyone's staying for just a couple months. Turnovers through the roof, that costs a fortune. And you never get the thorough training, the thorough return on investment that you're looking for. On average, we invest about $1,500 per person. Some people less, some people more, but on average, anywhere around there, and we lose that money within a few months. So it needs to be a priority. It needs to be a priority for all of us. We all do it, and we all work at it, but it needs to be a priority, and it can get lost in the mix of the things that we do, from running the operations, from simple task lists to systems and training and all the things, administrative, all the things. It can get lost in the fray, but it needs to become a priority. So today, I'm just going to do three quick things that I look for and we look for when we're hiring. First thing, 30-second greet. Drop off, 30-second greet. Have to fire off 3 to 5 standard questions, just getting a gauge on kind of who they are, and you got to take 30 seconds just to see. You don't want anyone slipping through the fingers because it's that important. Those standard questions, like, why are you searching right now? What's your availability? Is it going to balance what we're even looking for? But generally just kind of get, a good idea of who this person is. Especially for people who've been around for a while, managers who've been around for a while, you can get a pretty good gauge pretty quick of who this person's going to be. And then the resume, did they put time into it? I know we all read the resumes, but looking at not just where have they worked and how long. I mean, that's important, but also, are they an academic? Do they want to learn? Are they willing to learn? Do they do well in high school or post-secondary? Their interests, are they sports? Are they high active? They're willing to work. They're not scared of a little bit of sweat. Those are very obviously beneficial in a high-paced environment such as a restaurant. The final one is the actual interview. Actual interview. Where you're looking, at the general body language and tone and how they're presenting themselves and so on. But at the end of the day, are they trainable? It's great. It's great if you have this line cook, this professional line cook who's worked here and here, and she's worked here and here and here, wherever for a long series of time, or a server who's just like a professional server. He or she's worked for 20 years in the business. That's great. That they're going to have the skill set of timing, and that's all very important, but sometimes they can be a little bit jaded, right, in this industry. And those are kind of the hard skills that are always good to have, but the soft skills, we can't train that. We can't train the confidence. We can't train the focus, the ability to take direction. They're built that way. They're built, based on who they are. They have those soft skills, and that's who we want. Because we can train a host, we can train a server. We have systems in place for that. We have people who can show them kind of the ropes, and it's not really hard to pick up how to be a host. Any host or server or line cook who maybe didn't do, as great as we hope they were, reflect back on their soft skills. Did they have those soft skills that made them capable to be the greatest that we wanted them to be or hoped them to be? So that's a big one. The final one, the interview, it's not always like, oh, you worked here, what did you do? You worked here, what did you do? Talk more, into into their interests and, into school, and, kind of have that general conversation, and see if they're the right fit. Again, it's great to have that hard skills with some experience, but the soft skills, it's like a clean palette that you can paint again. It's tough to paint on a painting that's already been painted on a million times. So, just in the final one of the interview, you gotta call the references, right? You gotta call it doesn't matter what the job. I have 3 to 5 questions. These are reference one, the reference questions. The final question is, as we all know, would you hire them back? I mean, that's the big indicator, and not personal references. Like, you can call them if you want, but their mom's gonna say they're awesome. So I mean, their best friend's gonna be like, oh, it's the best person ever. So generally, you want to do like some sort of work reference, and see if they're the right candidate. And again, soft skill questions. Were they on time? Were they, genuine in what they did? Were they great at taking direction? Like no excuses attitude. So anyway, yeah. So that's kind of, just make sure we talk to them. 30 seconds, 10 seconds, just boom, boom, boom. Get an idea if you're going to follow up with them. Take a little extra time with the resume, really kind of weed them out. And finally the interview, that's soft versus hard, right? Like, are they trainable? Are we able to create the best host, the best line cook, the best bartender, whatever the position is? The best manager for that matter. So that's all we have for this. Again, underneath, if you guys want to subscribe, that'd be great. And the website's down there too, so you can click over to that. We got cheat sheets on all this stuff. Just click, print, show it to your team. Again, whatever pieces work for you, right? So maybe your hiring is completely on point, but maybe this is an opportunity for you to explore. We do have more videos coming. We have more on menu development. We have more coming on a variety of things to back up these documents that are already there. So go over to the site, take a look, see what you think, and by all means, fire a comment down. If you have any questions, you can contact us too. Okay, thanks guys. See ya.